r/malicious-compliance. Posted by user, Sabertooth Diego. Rental car company told me where to leave my keys, and when I left them there, tried to charge me for an extra day. So I refused to give them the car back until the last minute. I rented a car for 5 weeks while my car was being repaired from a car accident. The rental company had a couple of great policies. No cleaning fee no matter how gross the car was, and unlimited miles. Ideal for me, I live in the country and going anywhere is a drive. When my car was finally scheduled to be finished, a Monday evening, I called the rental car company on Sunday. Asked about return details. They said return time would be 5:30 p.m. Monday, but I could just leave it at the shop and leave the keys in the shop's Dropbox. I said sure, and the next night I went, got my car, left keys in the box. Got in my car, and check engine light is on. Fuck. Staff says come back tomorrow and we will fix it. I go home thinking that I will be sitting at the shop all Tuesday because no other ride. Tuesday morning I wake up at 7 a.m. to the rental car company very angry and saying that they can't get into the Dropbox and the shop doesn't open till 9. I tell them I just did what they said to do. They told me that they would be charging me an extra day. At that I'm furious. I leave my house later and arrive at the shop at 8:50 a.m. Rental car guys aren't there. I sit around and the shop opens, I grab the rental keys and give them my car. Right on time, rental car guys appear. They demand the keys and I ask if I'm still getting charged for an extra day. One guy is inspecting the car while the other tells me yes, I'm getting charged an extra day. Guy inspecting it comes over and Day's car looks good, it should be ready to rent out immediately. I had cleaned it the day before because I didn't want to be a dick. Well, I refused to give him the keys. Since I'm getting charged an extra day, that means it's my car until 5:30 today, right? At that he gets nervous. Says they need the car back. I will give you the keys now if you don't charge me an extra day. But if I'm charged an extra day, I'm using it. He refuses to bend, so I leave. At this point, I'm petty and angry. So I go straight home. I own a farm and it has been raining like mad lately. I get to work. By the time 10 a.m. rolls around, the car is covered in mud. Like, this black car looks painted brown. I didn't trash the inside, because I'm not that petty. I hop in the car and drive to the rental place. I'm pretty covered in mud at this point, I had put trash bags on the front seat to limit it. I walk into the rental place looking like I fell into a mud pit. The guy who refused to cancel the charge looks horrified. I tell them this car is great for mudding. I'm gonna go mudding for the rest of the day. Just swinging by, to ask where to put the keys at 5:30, I'm all smiles and dripping sweetness. I watch the life leave him, his shoulders slump, and he says if I return the car now they will cancel the charge because they need to rent out the car. I give them the keys and take an Uber to the shop, where my car is ready. No cleaning fee and no extra day charge. Posted by user, Dusty Bronco. I don't want your help if you can't find my name. I used to work tech support for a very niche program used by school districts in a few states. Given the importance and privacy of our software, we had a list of each school district, along with a full list of everyone we were allowed to speak to. If I couldn't identify the caller on this list, I could not assist them and would need to pause to start an effort between my department and their school to rectify the info. 99.9% of callers knew this process and would patiently identify their school, themselves, and then wait for us to clear them before proceeding. One day, I received a call from a woman that I couldn't identify on the list. Their district had a huge list, but I wasn't getting any hits for her first name. I let her know this while I continued to look. Lady, what do you mean you can't find my name? I should be on there. Me, sorry ma'am, I'm double checking it as we speak. Lady, if you can't find my name, then I don't want your help. This wasn't really a threat to me, as every call we got would usually involve looking deep into regulation while still hitting a daily call answered metric, maintaining a low average talk time, and knowing that the wrong answer could get a school district sued, and by extension, our office. This lady didn't realize it, but given I already answered the call, her hanging up would be the nicest thing she could do. So I told her the truth. After looking some more, I still couldn't find her. She got angry and hung up. I kicked back and enjoyed the 2 minutes before my next call. Epilogue: she called back a few weeks later. I placed her on hold and asked a coworker. Turns out there was a data entry bug where her name in our system started with a comma, so it got totally screwed up in the searching and sorting. Nobody bothered to report it or fix it. She was audibly happy that I found her name in our system this time, and we went on to have a normal call. In retrospect, I can understand that it would be upsetting if you expect this kind of personalized service, but are the only one who the company doesn't know. If I knew then what I know now, I would have created a ticket to fix that, but I was a fresh tech and didn't want to risk making other departments cranky by giving them less necessary work. I left the job a few months later. I couldn't take the anxiety of answering gray legal questions in a high-risk, high-pressure environment for extremely low pay anymore. I now work somewhere much better for my mental health while making more money. Posted by user, Net Blues. I can't open the safe, but I can eat your dinner. I used to work as a shift manager for a pizza franchisee, across a handful of local locations. I closed most nights at one location or another, which usually meant I was alone inside the store after dinner, anytime the drivers were delivering. This meant answering the phone, working the register, and making all the pizzas while we were still open. One day I got robbed, and the owners changed the policies on how much cash could be in the register, and how frequent drops into the safe had to happen. I did not have the ability to open the safes, only deposit into them using a special one-way door. One night we had several cash orders with large bills that left my register a little lean, which was a rare occurrence. No problem, the dinner rush is over and statistically I should be totally fine. In walks a customer for a pickup. He wants to pay for an $11 order in cash with a $100 bill. Normally this would be fine, but I had just been wiped out of my 20s, and had all of maybe $50 between the 1/5s/10s. The 50s and 100s got directly dropped into the safe under the new policy. Me, I'm sorry, I don't have enough change for a $100 bill right now. Do you have anything smaller or a card? He had a $20 bill in his wallet that I caught a glimpse of when he opened it. Customer: what do you mean? Me: I had a lot of cash orders for dinner and the register basically got wiped out. Customer, condescending tone: okay. So get more change, like from the safe or something. I'm sure you can figure this out. Me: I don't have access to the safe, or a means to get change right now. I'm sorry about that. Customer: I don't see how you're making this my problem. Send someone to the bank or an ATM. Me: I'm really sorry, it's just me, and the bank's closed, but there's an ATM across the street in the convenience store if you want to use it. Customer: I said you should go to an ATM. This is ridiculous. Me: I apologize for the inconvenience, I can't leave the store and corporate does not issue bank cards to in-store employees. However, some good news is that I think you might have overlooked a $20 bill in your wallet. For some reason this set him off. Customer: why are you looking in my wallet? He launched off into this speech about minding my own business and $100 bills being legal tender and must be accepted. I had placed another order in the oven before walking to the register, and at this point, those other pizzas were exiting the oven conveyor and are at risk of falling. This also means that we've been talking for about 7 minutes by this point. Me: I want to reiterate that I am by no means refusing to accept, just implying you would be significantly shortchanged if I tried to do so. Your $11 order would end up being a $50 order. Customer: I think you're full of it, and you can get what you need out of your safe, you just get your kicks by getting to assert your power because you can't do better than minimum wage. If you can't break this bill, then just cancel my order. Me: listen, I've tried to be polite. You're not really working with me here and I need to box other orders now. I can't open the safe. I said the same thing to the last person who asked. He had a gun to my forehead and he was even less friendly than you. If you would like to cancel the order, then I can do that. While I can't open the safe, I can most certainly eat your dinner." He found the $20 bill. Posted by user, Barbecue in Hell. You say that your order is less than a kilo. Let's weigh it. Disclaimer, on mobile, English isn't my language. If you want to share it elsewhere, drop a link. A bit of background, I own and operate a barbecue and grill restaurant. We run a special promotion for the Euro. We have a promotion for 1 kilogram of skewers, pork or chicken, for €6.50. This happened on Saturday night. A group came to watch the match between Belgium and Portugal. One of them is a guy known to almost all of the restaurant owners in town. Let's call him Dick. Dick has a tendency to complain about the food, in order to get freebies, either something extra or the whole order. They place their orders and about 20 minutes later they're served. A few minutes later my head server, Mary, comes inside. Sit-downs are only permitted on the patio due to the global issue. Furious. "Mary, give me the scales." Me, slightly confused, I was sweating over the grill, since we had a lot of orders. "What for?" "Mary, just give me the fucking scales." I give her the electronic scales, she grabs an empty plate and heads outside. I follow her because I know that something is up. She goes to the group that includes Dick, puts the scales on the table and proclaims, "Let's weigh them." You see, Dick had ordered the promotion, and then said that his order was missing almost half of it and demanded 4 more skewers to make it correct, his words. Now, in almost any other place he would be probably right. Most of them buy their skewers already made and they weigh between 100 to 120 grams, which means that a kilo is usually 10 skewers. But we prepare our skewers in-house and are much bigger, between 180 to 220 grams, which is written on the menu, so our kilo is usually 6 of them. So, basically, Dick was demanding almost another kilo of meat for free. Dick, smugly, "Yeah, let's weigh them and then you can bring what you still owe me." Mary grabs the skewers and a fork and starts removing pieces of meat and placing them on the scales. Initially, Dick has a very smug smile. But he starts to frown when 3 skewers are emptied and the scales show more than half a kilo of meat. Finally, with the second piece from the 5th skewer, the scales show just above a kilo. Mary, holding the remaining skewers and smiling smugly, "It seems you were right about the order not being correct. We put more. I'll take those," waving the skewers in her hand, back to the kitchen. "Enjoy your food." Mary returned smiling to the kitchen and put the skewers aside, while Dick ate his kilo of meat sullenly and the rest of his group smirking. If you liked these stories, hit that like button, and leave a comment below. You can upvote these stories by pressing the links in the description. If you want to hear more stories from me, hit the subscribe button, and press the bell icon to be alerted when a new video is posted.